Hello, how are you doing? Good Viber. Today we're going to be talking about the beauty of the unknown in a sea of infinite possibilities. And I'm pretty excited to talk to you about this. So let's take a moment to be present with where we are. I cannot believe that we've made it to this chapter, my friend. I really can't. I don't know what else to say. I am thankful, I'm nervous, and I'm excited. I wanted to do some, some fun card reading, whipped out the old cards that I created a while ago, and really I wanted to dive into this feeling of uneasiness that I've been having in my own spirit. Full disclosure, your girl Esther Joy has been going through it. I think that you've maybe seen me go through this journey of life, and it's been quite interesting. So making this live stream to just kind of connect and vibe with you and let you know it's okay if you feel a little crazy, because you're not alone. I also feel crazy. And I feel scared about the unknown sometimes, just because my human mind doesn't know what to comprehend, and I have fears and I have worries about, just being a crackhead that lives in a closet. So I voice out these fears and worries in a lot of my motives is because of I don't know what the future holds. I think that emotional regulation is one of the most important things that we can develop here on Earth, because it can really help you be prepared through whatever you face. I think in military training, like boot camps, it's pretty common knowledge that the situations and scenarios that new recruits are put in, it is to create this feeling of stress and to increase their stress levels to see how they function under intense situations, so that they're prepared and can emotionally regulate themselves when that time comes. Now, I think there are different ways to emotionally regulate yourself, and I personally grew up with this kind of training that during high stress you just gotta push that part away and just do what you gotta do as best as you can do it in that moment, and be very clear and precise with your actions. But then there's the processing part of what just happened. And I think for me right now, I'm getting ready to transition to a new chapter of my life, and a lot has changed in the past 4 years. First off, the YouTube channel is turning 4 this year, and that's kind of crazy, because when I started this, it was really just because I felt sick of the way I was living, quite honestly, and I needed to find a way to process it. I needed to find a way to cope. I started creating videos. And it was just something that I really enjoyed, and I felt very motivated. Like I had something that I needed to share with others, and I feel very thankful that I have this platform to share with you, and all of the amazing souls I have met, and the conversations I've had, and the chats, and the comments, and the discussions that I get to share with the beautiful souls. To be honest, it's kind of overwhelming, and I get overwhelmed by it pretty easily. but I appreciate it a lot. And I think just processing that, wow, I feel really thankful to get to interact with people on this deep level where, I got soul family telling me, like, yo, what's up, spiritual energies moving this way, that way. I feel very honored to know some of the beautiful souls I know here in this lifetime and beyond. And I just feel very thankful for the opportunity I have in life. But I'm also very scared. I think the more that you gain, whether it is followers on any social media platform, or money, or skills, or just reputation, or even, possessions, physical possessions, family members, a love interest, maybe even a partner, a soulmate. There is that beautiful moment of when you receive it and you feel elated, you feel so thankful, cannot believe that this is your life and you get this wonderful opportunity to experience such a thing. But then this little feeling of fear kind of creeps in, and I do feel like this is the biggest lesson in love that I'm here to learn and maybe teach others, of that feeling of letting go, or allowing it to flow in its own time, whether that's a possession or a person or some kind of thing that you were so thankful to get, and then it went away. It released itself from your experience. I think that's really hard, and it is a big part of love, because I don't know about you, but I think about that a lot. I think about, man, my loved ones are all gonna die one day. Everything that I'm working so hard for, I cannot take on to the next life. Like this app I want to build, or the wonderful YouTube channel, even the soul family I meet. I personally can't take it. I mean, it's another thing if we're connected and we just so happen to bump into each other in this another realm. But for the most part, what happens, happens, and I just gotta, like, go with it. Whether it's like the love of my life being torn away from me by some incurable disease and all I can do is watch them wither away, that is a lesson of love that I think is really hard, and something that I'm kind of feeling different levels. And I do know that in this lifetime I will probably feel many levels. What's up, Jamin? I feel this kind of deep dread for that because it is unknown. First off, I don't know what I'm going to receive in this life in its entirety. I don't know where I'm going to be working next month. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what my day-to-day is going to look like next month, okay? And to be honest, I'm not trying to sit here and journal it all out and plan out every hour of my day so that I can manifest it, because to be honest, it's fun to go into that realm, and I have many times. In fact, I feel like I was a little bit obsessed with it at one point. And every single new moon and every single full moon, I would write out pretty much everything, and in between I would also write out my 3 months, my 6 month, my 9 months, my next week, my next month. And it was just a lot of visualization, and I totally get it, and I feel pretty satisfied with the vision that I have in my head. And it's not perfectly clear, and I do understand that clarity is a wonderful virtue, and it will help you get to where you need to go. But I'm just trying to live life. I'm just really trying to live life. I'm not trying to take anything too seriously because it's not here to stay. And I know that. You know this. We're here to experience it. And I think for me, a lot of this has been trying new things that I couldn't even fathom myself doing. But here I am doing it, and I'm really thankful. Or maybe I could fathom myself doing it, because I literally I used to think about it like all the time, and now here I am doing it. So okay, but the moral of the story is pretty much that you don't know what you're gonna receive in the future. You have what you have now, and I think for some of us it's easy for us to get caught up in what we want what we crave, what we desire. And the future is unknown. This next moment is unknown. The only thing we really know for sure is this moment. Our memories, I don't even trust my own memories. You ever talk to your friends and y'all remember totally different things? Mandela effect. Anyways, I feel like it's pretty interesting, the whole life thing. But it's kind of scary. I'm scared. I'm going on to this new chapter of my life, and I'm kind of free falling. I don't know, man. I applied for a big girl job, in a cubicle, and I want to cry, but I also know that I'm decently young, and I kind of feel like this is an experience I should get, and also, definitely could get some skills there that I wouldn't mind having to continue to use for my own things. But yeah, so I'm kind of scared of the unknown. I don't know what it holds. A part of me does. I'm kind of scared of disappointing myself. I feel like I have just disappointed so many people in my life in so many like little ways. Like today I was thinking of all the texts I never answered, or the emails I never really followed up with, or all the things I said I was gonna do but never did. And it really got me feeling pretty low, to be honest. It got me feeling like, man, bro, what's going on with you? Now, with all that focusing on the bad stuff that has disappointed me, it kind of blindsided me to all of the things that I am doing right. Like, yo, you're breathing right now. You recorded a meditation. You are graduating, hopefully, and no cap, because right now I don't have a cap, and I'm hoping to get one in time. But if not, you will catch me with a piece of black paper on my head. Anyways, moving on. I the unknown. Wow, I love it. Inspiration is important. Expectations are shackled. Thank you, Void. Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty nicely. It is important to find inspiration. Yo, listen, I'm graduating in 2 days. At this point, there's literally, if there's something I forgot to hand in, like this book that I created that's like 80 pages, but we're not gonna talk about that. They got the digital version, and I'm happy with that. Anyways, I'm graduating in 2 days. Hopefully I find a cap, or I will be going with a piece of paper. No cap. Anyways, expectations are silly. I don't know, man. These days my life has been a little loosey-goosey, and I think it always have, and I definitely love stability, but I love stability that supports this kind of fluid movement. And Mir, I love that you always announce when you're here. uh, just so we know you're in the house, bro. So this fluid stability is, I think, what I'm going for. I know that I have a tendency of, like, you guys can't see, my room is not that messy, honestly. It's not that messy. Like, over here we have a whole bunch of plants, because, your girl Esther loves plants. She's propagating, like, there are 2 in here, there are 3 in there, there's 1 in there. Yeah, there's 2 in there. Let's see how they do. But like, what am I gonna do with all these plants? I'm gonna give them away. I found it really interesting trying to create a community garden out here. Finding fruit-bearing produce is kind of hard. But the seeds kind of easy, so we go in the seed route. All right. So, woo, we can cry when we've graduated, Jamond. We often stay puppets to others' expectations. You know what, Void? You are spitting straight up facts and wisdom today, fam. Absolutely. I think that it can be quite easy when facing the unknown to just be like, I'm just gonna do what everybody else has done. I'm gonna do what everybody else already knows because it's been tracked, it's been recorded, it's been done, and so it's safe. And of course, this goes back to like the rock men age when we all just had to survive by relying on doing what the other does because they were still alive. Um and it is a safe route to go, but you know what, guys? The stress I've been breaking out a lot because the stress I've been under the last couple of and no, nobody has put me under the stress other than myself, I want to say. And only I can really release the stress, let it go. But yeah, the fear of the unknown is really hitting me hard the last few days. I feel like some of my friends I'm just in that period of my life where it's like, what the heck is going on? Like, some people have it all together while others, myself, have a mess on their hands, quite literally. And I'm okay, I like messes. I'm kind of scared of going down this path that I know is my own because I don't have many people I've seen gone down a similar road. And I know they're out there and I have seen them, but I guess not specifically the one that I feel like I'm going down at this time. And it's on me to search and find people that are doing what I want to do and what I feel led and resonate with. And so that's been a really big thing. But right now, it's kind of like you have to take those few steps in the dark in order to reach that point where, your eyes adjust and you can see again. And that's kind of where I am. And it's kind of scary, I'm like, what is going on? What am I really doing? It kind of feels like how I would imagine death feels like. Is that it? It's like this is moving on to another chapter. Literally, the earth is shifting. Literally, people are waking up. Literally, the consciousness of all life is being awakened and being attuned. And I'm just here like, is that it? I thought this was gonna be bigger. I thought that we were gonna have angels come down with trumpets. Where are the cherubs? I'm kind of disappointed in that. No, just joking. But yeah, there's strength in numbers. There's power in being able to stand alone. Okay, Boyd. Okay, bro. What you got over there? A whole bunch of fortune cookies? Cause you be reading off these. They're resonating. Thank you. Yeah. So going alone is kind of hard, and I know I'm not really going alone. It's just, again, taking these few steps to get to that level. And of course, the question is, where do I take these steps? Forward, backwards, one step left, right, up, down, like, how? What are the steps? And I was thinking about this today. Like, everybody knows something that you don't. And then on top of that, I was thinking, wow, some people really know how to do the things that you want to do, but like so simply. And I'll give an example, like publishing a book. Some people know how to publish a book very simply. They could do it in a day. If you gave them a day, they could publish and they could write and publish a book in a day. They could edit it. They could do everything in a day. Other people, like, maybe the publishing of the book isn't the best sample, but that's what we're using. Well, other people, usually it takes more than a day to publish a book, okay? Like, you gotta come up with the idea, you gotta write about it, you gotta be consistently write about it, you gotta figure out how to format it, you gotta figure out where to publish it. It's kind of like knowing the coupon code to get everything for free if you know the right information and how to plug it in. And so that's what I've been thinking about. I was like thinking about this app that I want to create, and it was like, man, I never created an app before. I don't know where to start. Now I have to research all of these different app building platforms and just the different kinds of developing softwares and all of this stuff. And I can't help but to think that, of course, somebody already knows how to do it. And I guess that's why people buy online courses. I mean, that's why I made an online course about the chakras, because I figured maybe somebody wants all of this information, and it would be easier if I just condensed it and made it easier to digest. So that's what I did to kind of increase the knowledge that I received from deeply researching like 500-page chakra textbook and hundreds of articles online about them. But what I will say is that, yeah, like that unknown part of like realizing, hey, I want this, but I have no idea how to get it. It's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like, hey, I want to farm. I want to, create a loving, beautiful home. I want to host meditations and spiritual school seminars and workshops, and I want to just spread good vibes and enjoy life. And a part of me doesn't know how to just do that, a part of me is like, Esther, you also have to, do the other things, and I do enjoy the other things, so no complaining here. The unknown is scary though, and I am kind of nervous. Don't know. I guess I will read the cards now, and we'll do a little clearing of any confusion that we feel, because honestly, there's no need to be confused. I think deep in my heart, I know that everything is gonna happen. No man can survive on his own. We must utilize others' talents for sure. I agree. Like, I think it's beautiful that each person has something to offer the world that, we came from, and that's pretty cool. I would love to help connect people so that it's easier for those who are in need of their skills or talents can find them. But I have no idea how to do this. It's kind of like when I first had the dream, and this is really what inspired Good Vibes Delivery, if you didn't know. I had a dream where I was on Earth in like a grassy meadow. It was night, and the sky was super shiny with all of these beautiful stars. It was really pretty, and then and the grass was so soft. And then when I went a little bit deeper than the grass and I placed my hands on the soil, I could feel Earth's pain. And it wasn't just like a gradual, it was like a shock. As soon as the skin touched the soil, it was like all of the pain of those that pollute her, that honestly, I'm just gonna say, like, rape Earth of the resources that she has and does not, replenish or regenerate, but just strips away the earth of all that it is, and even goes so far that the self-hate and pain that people feel and hold on to, because yes, the earth kind of offloads, I feel, some of the emotions to the living beings that inhabit it. And so those that are in this deep pain, that end up doing these really horrendous things to one another to, project the pain that they're feeling. I felt that, and it was quite a shock to my system, and I screamed out loud, and I cried out for help, and I looked up to the stars, and as I cried, the stars fell down from the sky, and it was like all of the soul family heard Earth's cry and came crashing back down to earth. And so I do understand that there are many beautiful, powerful, and loving, angelic, divine, galactic species on the planet at this time, inhabiting human bodies with consciousnesses that come from different dimensions. And so that's kind of like, before I woke up, the last words I remember hearing was set up shop. And to be honest, I have no idea what that means, and I still don't know what that means. But it did inspire me to start Good Vibes Delivery because I guess that was the move. Deep inside my soul, I felt like that's what I should do. And that's what I did. So, yeah, if you guys think you know what that means or how I can apply this dream, you know, let me know. What kind of shop are you setting up? How can I help? Because I think we're all here to help, and I'm learning as I go. I'm really learning as I go. I've gotten into crypto a little bit. I can't say, like, I don't really buy crypto. That's not how I get into it. I'm not, like, trying to get rich quick from it. I'm trying to understand the psychology of why people... I just want to understand. Like, I understand now a little bit more of how encryption works with the computers and how it's read, only because I read a book briefly on it, so I can't say I'm an expert. But I think it's really interesting. So I don't know. We'll see what's up with that. Just so much going on. Again, the unknown. Like, let's look at the development of AI and crypto, and let's just say Web3 as a whole, and how many people are afraid of this because it is not known. They don't know how it works, they don't know who made it, they don't know what the intention of it is for, and it's kind of like the pandemic, when that situation was going on, which, by the way, if you've been around for a while, I had to take a break from school because mentally I did, like, kind of break down. I've been meaning to make a video. It's just super emotional and it's hard to edit when you start crying every time you play the video. But yeah, I just really didn't appreciate the school mandates here in New York. And even though I was a really fortunate soul to get an exemption, and now it's something that the school, at least my school, no longer mandates that you get this vaccine. So it really does make me think. I'm not gonna talk about the other dream I had about that whole situation. But yeah, it's just weird. Things I don't know, and I don't need to know. I am kind of happy with the unknown because it's something that I don't know. I don't have to plan for it. All I have to do is just be present in the moment as it comes. And that's all we can do, right? So, the important thing I wanted to share with you is that I am transitioning with you, my friend. We are all transitioning. I'm so, like, antsy. Maybe it's because I had coffee earlier today, but I feel like such a mess. Like, I'm not ready to go on to the unknown because I barely know what I'm doing in this present moment. So how can I be ready for the unknown, for this next chapter of life, when I barely feel like I finished the last one? And maybe it's because the transition is so gradual when you finish a chapter into moving into the next one, and there usually is a little period like purgatory where you're just kind of there and you're just like, all right. So, and for me, that's kind of where I feel right now. I feel like I'm in this weird state where I'm not there yet, I'm just here, and I'm acknowledging a lot of old beliefs and behaviors, and I'm clearing through a lot of energy that honestly when I first started this channel was something that I struggled with, okay? With my just feeling being secure in my being, of my, you know, physical situation, of my sexual connection with my own body, of my self-confidence, and creating businesses, and of love, you know, of being able to love and you know, and be loved. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best when it comes to love. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. You know, I'm just doing the best I can, and I think that's fine. Um, I, I'm, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to love myself, and that sometimes means not giving myself what I want. Like, when I first started this YouTube channel, I wanted to live in a van and smoke weed all day and travel the world in my van. And I thought this was a great idea until I realized I really love plants. How many plants can I fit in a van? And will they get around everywhere? Because I'm kind of a messy person as well. I don't mind sleeping with dirty sheets, but like, soggy sheets is another thing. Okay, actually, yeah, I don't like, yeah. So I quickly was like, actually, maybe an earth ship or some kind of physical structure where I can grow many plants and take care of them is a better idea for now. And maybe when I retire, I will get a van and I'll visit my living family members and I will spend time with them. So that's kind of how we switched the, you know, the expectations I once had into what it is. And this is, you know, I worked the best with what I had in the moment. Sometimes the things that we don't know, it's helpful when we do know them, but we probably wouldn't do the things that we do if we did know them. And I think that we're supposed to just do the things that we do because they all have a reason, and God is not the author of confusion. So we have an overwhelming flood of trauma-based mind control. Trauma-based mind control. Kind of almost want to say that people are saying, oh my gosh, being traumatized is wrong and bad and you should be fixed. Which, okay, I understand. Like, you should have compassion and nurture yourself through it. But, like, going through trauma is kind of like a fruit falling from a tree and falling on the ground. Yes, you will have a bruise. That's it. You can hyperfixate on the bruise and have it eat at you from the inside out and slowly disintegrate. Or, you know, somebody can pick you up, cut off the bruise, and eat the food. Either way, somebody's eating you. It's alright. The circle of life. Suck it up, Buttercup. So can't say that, you know, trauma does affect us all. It is almost like a ping pong ball. It's like when you hit the ping pong ball, it keeps it up, it keeps it going. I'm sure that Earth's trauma played a big role in why we're here, because it was literally, I don't know if being beat is the right word, but yeah, it's like going through some rough stuff, and so we feel it. And it's good that everybody's like aware of trauma, but yeah, it's not that deep. In the best way. It's actually pretty deep for some people, actually. Yeah, that's the whole. Alright, yeah, trauma, it's crazy. You know, it's a part of life, and you don't know when you're gonna remember past traumas or new traumas are gonna come. Again, you can only kind of just be present with where you are. And that's okay. There's no need in worrying about things that may never happen. Please be present with yourself today and have compassion with your life experience. If you're going through transition and time is changing for you, or you're, you know, just feeling like the change of the winds are upon us, allow yourself to open up your sails and feel the air as you go, because guess what? You already know what to do. You already know. Plant already knows too. So I give you a cheers. Dude, this is some lemonade. I keep saying I'm gonna read cards. Sorry, let me read these cards. I got some lemonade with some lavender syrup that my friend made. And according to them, it's pretty simple. You just need 3 ingredients: sugar, water, and lavender. And you just boil those and strain it. Amazing. Also important to always appreciate your sovereignty. You beautiful sovereign soul, you. Bakai Winter. Oh. Okay. I'm learning how to just be present with myself and just enjoy. Again, big trauma I have is that I need to be productive every single moment of the day. And probably should journal and unfold that one. But yes, we are unlearning it by allowing ourselves to take time to do absolutely nothing. Have nothing planned and just be present. And that's why I'm here right now, fam. I mean, I had things planned. No, I was like, meh. Okay. I don't know what that was, but let's do a little reading. Energy surrounding the unknown. What energy should we keep in mind or be aware of as we emerge from the unknown? Oh, I love you, Soul Rich, you're the best. And I'm so happy. That's crazy. What are you doing? My confidence with pronouncing names is very low, so I appreciate you. Okay. Alright. Here we go. We got some cards. And we're gonna read the cards because these are the cards we got. And I'm kind of enjoying them all. They all look beautiful. Okay. This one first. Alright. I kind of want to make sure you guys can kind of, you know me with the cards out here. You know me with the cards. You know me, okay? I'm out here trying to make sure that you get that view. You can see it. Anyways, this card says lovely wind, the softest of hearts, tender, fragrant scent of one true love angel, heaven sent. What? What does that even mean? Angel, heaven sent. Okay, God is love. I feel like every time you worry about it, you can just remember that God is love. The only reason you're worrying is because you sinned and you have to pay for your sins. Okay? Period. Like, that's what karma is. Anyways, moving on. Yonder. Oh, this is definitely fitting the theme of the unknown, okay? Yonder. Yonder says, I wonder. Through the path, what a sonder perfect math. Far away I have come here, I stay in the arms of one. This is a love letter to source, to God, to oneness, to life. Okay, let's go on to... Guys, I don't want to talk about how I spelled deception. Okay. Anyways, it's a deception. Deception says, you seemed so sure of what you knew, yet their words impure, far from the truth. Is there a cure for this blinding clue? Remove the lies and reveal what is true. I understand. You seem so sure of what you knew, yet their words impure. Now, some could see this as I should really... Okay, the first two are beautiful. Okay, the best way... Let's read the last one and then I'll share a little bit. There are a couple more that we're gonna pull from the other decks that I painted, but it's Yeah, there we go. There, that's the right way. This one says breathe. Again, I spelled breathe with no H, just in case you guys were wondering. Anyways, you flow through life in and out, yet breath is all life is about. Ebb and flow at ease, expand and contract in peace. Big deep breath, right here and now. Slowly breathe in and out. Okay, beautiful. All right, so let's go over these because there's like, of course, a theme with the dark, the cools, and the the cool pinks, and then the more I should say the cool blues and greens, and then the like warm pinks. We also see these black lines over here which are repeating, and I'm holding like them like this for a reason. So the first two I'm seeing as, and let me adjust this. No, it matters. Okay. The first two I'm seeing as a love letter to Source, reminding us that God is one. God is love. There's just so many words to call this omnipotent force of life that courses through all beings, and I think love is a beautiful word for it. It reminds me of the gluon of an atom that keeps everything together. It is a gravity on Earth or all planets in space that allow things to be drawn close and near. So lovely wind and yonder. It is the kind of remembering and reminding that you're going to go back to this loving, beautiful, space of what you could say is heaven. The arms of one. Okay, but over here, there's this deception, and this deception is really about the way that God, when the source disguises itself. That quite clearly it's still them, yet it's almost how we fool ourselves to believe that it's something else. It's like, yes, love has two sides. Thank you, Amir. It is this testing. Okay, this is like the reminder that hey, everything's gonna be okay. This is like the everything's gonna be okay. So, like, just allow yourself to be present with it. Don't get too caught up in your thoughts or what you think or what you're planning, because you don't know what's gonna happen, and things are gonna come along and they're gonna test you. And if you're really sure, if you have these expectations, like, yeah, I'm gonna manifest $1,000 by tomorrow, and that's how I'm gonna pay for my new phone, then like that's not gonna work. Far from the truth is there a cure for this blinding clue. Remove the lies and reveal what is true. So it's like you have the love over here. God is love, and you kind of walk away from the arms of God into something else because you feel like so sure that this is what love is, or this is what God is, or this is the end goal. And then love is alchemy, but then there's that other part that hurts, and there's that other part that is uncertain. There's that other part of your manifestation where you're not sure how you're gonna get them. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into this world. And you might be fooling yourself if you say otherwise. So just breathe. Just allow yourself to breathe, because things are gonna come and they're gonna go. That is a part of the alchemy. Beautiful. And that is from my, I don't really title my decks. I just have a lot of them, okay? That is from my medium-sized beautiful deck. This was like back when I, wanted to make a deck, and I did some major arcana. Let's see what the vibes are for this. Guys, I'm quite enjoying this. Like, for me, this is so therapeutic to just kind of read beautiful cards that I painted. The creation process was also really fun. And then talk about, analyze the vibes. So here's the 3 cards that we got right here today. I guess you guys are gonna see them as good as you can. So, the Devil in reverse. Injustice. Okay, so that's the devil in reverse and justice. It kind of looks like a rocket ship. I don't know. And then justice, of course. It's cool. And then we also have this card which says, I am thankful for my lovers. I am thankful for my faith. In all I do and say, I see the true way. Abundance and grace are fully in place. Now, isn't it interesting that it said lovers, plural, and then we were seeing that kind of divide between the cards in the previous one, and now we have these two major arcana cards, Justice and the Devil in reverse. And I think that quite clearly kind of says that maybe for me, man, the love is kind of split between the two. But there's gratitude. My faith in all I do and say, I see the true way, abundance and grace are fully in place. I think for me, there's a mistake in loving both. You cannot love both. You let your yes be yes, your no be no. You just, I don't know, but that's, what do I know? God knows, and so I'm gonna trust in that. So I'm thankful for my faith. Absolutely, I think that the fact that we can love many things is beautiful. So maybe I'm reading too deep into it in that. I think it's a beautiful thing that we can love many things in many beautiful ways. I'm thankful for my faith. What do we believe in? How is that building from our love? I think love and faith are pretty connected. I would think so. I see the true way. Abundance and grace are fully in place. Okay, so what came to me really fast was, don't ask permission to sin. Ask for forgiveness after you've done it. Because obviously, you shouldn't do it in the first place. But if you're gonna do it, know what to do after. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, so that's a message that came through. I don't even know what to tell you. Back of deck energy, though, is temperance, and I'm kind of just loving the vibes of that one. Wow. Belief is a manifester. Faith is the alchemizer. When we're involved, faith is strong. Okay, we're gonna see what this deck has to share. This is so fun. I'm just literally, this is what I do pretty much, and I just think of maybe a specific energy that I would like to, and then the cards come out, and that's pretty much what I do. Oh, this one is Gaia. Things do line up when you love God first, Jim, and I appreciate you for saying it. So, with that being said, I really like this card because, I don't know, man, it kind of reminds me of the dream. So it says, the earth, my home of human flesh, fresh breath of fresh air. That you, Gaia, for the fresh, thank you, Gaia, for the fresh, the flesh that I bear, so that I may be a seer of your beauty that is here. Period. Beautiful. I think that makes sense. God is good. I feel thankful to be alive because it really is just to experience the beauty of this creation that God's put us here for. Now, I should let everybody know. Do not listen to my advice. I am not giving professional advice out here. I am having fun though. This is fun. Some other cards fell on the floor. I don't know if I feel led to read them, but these are them, and they are pretty fun. I feel like when you love God, you surrender to it. Just like if you love anything, you drop your defenses and you allow yourself to be defenseless. and you allow yourself to, kind of yield to their will because you love them. And so you know that, not always, but hopefully they love you and they have your best intention in hand, especially with God. God loves you. God is the greatest of all dimensions. That means every single dimension or possibility that you could ever fathom in your little human mind is God in its entirety, in all of the entirety that I can even comprehend. Is just like, yep, that's God. God be this beautiful source of life that streams through everything and is with us. I love my brother. I don't like him. You know what? Void, understandable. Understandable. This is, I think, one of the first decks, or the second deck I ever did, actually. The tiny little deck. Was one of my first ones. Like, this was probably one of my first cards that I ever created. Alright. But yeah, God is good. I feel like when you love it, it's only when you love God, the creator, the source of all life, you are attracting more. I feel like love works a lot like gravity. You truly love something, it doesn't matter if you possess it or not, because you love it so much, you just want to see it flourish and bloom. And I think that is a part of just pure love. So, ooh, okay. I kind of like this card. I feel like it is a fun one. And it says infinite clouds. Above the dear wind blows the clouds, creating shapes that change out loud. New possibilities spark the sky, setting fire to your wings, touching the sun way up high. Okay. A description of God I like that I read in the Hermetic, the maker and maintainer, and ultimately ungrudgingly working in favor of mankind. Okay, yeah, I think God is working in favor of all living beings. For me, Infinite Clouds, it's funny because it has that connection back to the previous card about Loving Winds, I think it was called. Somewhere in here. Yeah, there you are, buddy. Lovely wind. Above the dare wind blows the clouds. For me, clouds represent, sometimes I like to see them as my passed away loved ones. And, they watch over us in many ways and are connected with gods in a different way than we are. Once they lose the physical flesh, new possibilities spark the sky. And so when we're talking about the unknown, I think that this is kind of calling for more to lighten your load. That you can fly, but you need to allow yourself to let go of what is weighing you down. And do not take this literally, but I'm using this. When people pass, they no longer have the flesh, and this experience is different for them. And I think very much when I go, I think that I will feel like a burden is off my back, because I've done all I can and I've kind of passed the baton on. That's kind of how I feel. And so yeah, the new possibilities are there, setting fire to your wings. Now that for me is where the kind of like dualistic part happens with heaven and hell, setting fire to your wings, because touching the sun way up high, and we all know the Greek mythology. Not Homer. Was it Homer? With the wings flying up to the sun, the wings made of wax that melted. That's kind of what it's reminding me of, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Love is a human construct. I think God is above some human emotions. Fulfill your purpose is the ultimate appreciation. I feel like fulfilling your purpose is connected to what you love. I think we can all say that we want to manifest something that we love. Because, quite simply, we love it. And we love living life with it. So, we go towards this purpose because we love feeling purposeful. And why do we love feeling purposeful? It's because something designed us with a purpose. And so the best that we can do is follow through with that purpose. Because they also designed us to love our purpose. Because they loved probably designing us for a purpose. And are happy we can do that. This is good pondering. I love it. I love it. Life, man. Live, love, laugh. It's wonderful staying. Okay, I have one more deck to share with you, my beautiful soul fam. Yes, okay. Yeah, actually, I have 2 more decks. Actually, I have 3 more decks, guys. How do I fit all of these inside of one container? Okay, Umbrella Academy deck. Guys, I've never watched the Umbrella Academy, but that ain't gonna stop me from whipping out a card because I like their cover art. I think it's pretty cool. And number 2 is the one that we're looking at today, guys. Hargreaves. Umbrella Academy, have you watched it? What is it like? Does this resonate with the characters? Like, I literally got this at Comic-Con back in 2017, so I can't even say anything. You can see my reflection? That is so meta! Anyways, it says super brutal, super sharp, super rebellious, and super bitter. Oh my gosh. Brutal, sharp, rebellious, and bitter. Their defenses are not down. Whew. Maybe loving is our interaction or imitation of unity. Well, we're like babies, and we mimic what we see. Okay. Speaking of which, what? Oh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. These are... Wow. In the eye of the storm, the eye of the Creator loved creating me so they could see the experience of being me. I am the storm, the eye of the Creator loved creating me so they could see the experience of being me. Imagine being everything. Your life is probably more fun because it's more focused on just your experience. Wow. 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 So these next 3, I'm going to be honest, this is intense. For me, this is a big healing. Like, kind of... I made these, and they all came out in such a sequence that it's incredible. I'm like, man, bro, obviously, I'm doing this reading. I didn't know what cards were going to pop out, but these all kind of popped out together and just were on the side. The love of God is complete. We express it in incomplete ways as humans. We come closer to that when we come closer to God. Yeah, it's like a deeper resonance. Okay, so I'll be real. I think we all know that there was a time of my life where there were like lots of aliens that came down. My eggs were being harvested. There was just a lot of spiritual energy that was being circulated during that time, many levels, high and low, just like a trampoline. The lower you go, the higher you will go up. If you have good technique, you don't have to go that low to go that high, if you know how to fling yourself correctly. But anyways, I will say is that I don't even know what to say after that. Like, I just there's been cycles. There have been cycles. So, okay. So to be honest, this card is what I'm going to read. This card, oh my gosh, it doesn't even have any words on it, guys. That's crazy. But I know who this is exactly, and this is a card that maybe I'll journal on because it definitely has a lot that I can get from it. Love it though. Oh my gosh. Oh, Esther. Okay. All right. Okay. Ivy Eyes says, I release the jealousy and branch of grief. Godly encounter was oh so brief. Release and open now, for all is in divine ease and grace. Erase all doubts. Break free from the ivy and see the light. I love ivy, but it does have a tendency to grow, and it can destroy your buildings if it's on it by slowly seeping roots that can go through the cracks. So yeah, I think Ivy Eyes is really the way that we are using our sacral chakra in this flexible, fluid nature to pierce more deeply into our own heart. And how we do this is through shame. It is something that our inner child knows very well. Okay. Now this one, oh my god. Now I think I talked a little bit about my biggest fear in this stream. So this card, Jesus, it is scary, and the title is Addict. And it says, you spent your time and space in an unconscious, impulsive state. Eating what you ate, not thinking about intake. Time to take your toy away to make you awake. Aware of what you take so that you are able to make a conscious choice to heal your mistake. Knowing it is not real, heart race, heartache, and your addiction takes a break. Oh, what? I feel like I gotta read that one over again, but I think this is the closing statements I will say. A big part of me feels very thankful for the experience I've had. Some of it has sucked, literally. It has sucked. And I know that this is the experience that I agreed to. And specifically, I'm going to use my relationship with porn because obviously that was something that really traumatized me. Okay, it traumatized me because I fucking went there, you know? And Jesus Christ. What I literally and a lot of that was on me. I think just like looking at these cards and really like seeing what was going on to the level that is my relationship with porn has healed a lot, but it got pretty bad before it healed. And then, of course, like a trampoline, it goes down, it goes up, and then you're like, oh, actually, yeah, this is okay. We'll be all right. I think my relationship more deeply with myself, the way that I communicate to myself by making videos, by journaling, by painting and creating cards. All of these have helped me a lot. There is definitely a whole lot of energy that's happening, and these beings that come through, I know are just a part of me. And I think the unknown is also a part of me. If I'm getting this correct, God is love, and God is pretty much everything. So, with that being said, being able to be a part of what is this entire experience, imagine if every single person in the world realized how intimately they are connected, in like the most wholesome and just deeply ingrained wonderful way. Imagine that. Okay, now back to this present moment. Imagine if you could hear every single person's thought, every single person's feeling. If you could experience it all. Of course, information overload, overstimulation, you'd go deaf. It would quickly override your processing unit, and you would just not be able to process it, and it would override, and you would not be able to feel it all. Hypothetically, that would be crazy. Now, yeah, so oh god, man. Oh man, this has been a crazy reading. So I have one more deck. This is our closing deck now. I do believe that this may have been one of my first decks, and I really like the size of them. I like the length. I think that they're very good. And we shall just take a moment to breathe it all in. A lot has come through. Y'all, I feel like I'm doing a personal reading, and y'all are watching me. I feel like I'm outing myself so hard, but it's fine. Oh my god. Y'all, so funny. Okay, so. Alright. This was the first card of the deck. And it says change. To find the things that serve me wrong and change the tides to a glorious song, knowing that you've righted your wrongs, and now your new days are filled with glorious songs. Guys, I'm starting to cry, but like in the most wholesome way. Cheers to that. Say less. Praying fire. There is more than this, you know. Your glow will grow to know, to show, and shine upon the war. There is more than this, you know. Your glow will grow to know, to show, and shine upon the war. I feel like that war is darkness within ourselves. I feel like they are for Jamin, for you, bro. I go donation based. Just let me know. Yes. I feel like the darkness is the unknown. And like a fire, which is scary because I think we associate fire with hell, it also is a light. But stars are made of fire, big balls of incombustible, flaming elements, something like that. There is more than this, you know. Your glow will grow to know, to show, and shine upon the war. The teapot is whistling, my friends. Good viber. The teapot is whistling. Okay. I am getting emotional. Look at these cards, though. You got the yellow sun, and it reminds me. I love circles. I mean, these circles and all of them. This one, you know, I'm just gonna put them away. Vibration. How high does it go? Higher than I know. How to soar higher? Flow, allow, trust, and know. Your vibration is much higher than this. So let that low stuff go. Smile, gratitude, thank you, pleasure as pure as snow, connected to up above with this body down below, planting a seed of light, watching it all grow. Your vibration is much higher than this. And the big old trampoline, my friend. What can I say? Why do I feel like every reading is so interesting? Again, when we talk about the unknown, I feel like you have to take that risk if you want to know yourself more. If you really want to know yourself more, then you have to be okay with acknowledging that you may not know yourself as good as you may think, and then maybe other people have a perspective that can benefit you. And I think that's what God's doing, kind of. You know, the creator, oneness, source, getting all these perspectives of what it is so it can understand itself and maybe just love itself more as well. Okay. All right. This card is called Habit, and Habit says, my actions will change into something strange. Good for me, good for you. Automated actions, but don't have a clue. Becoming what you do, open to actions new, so you can choose a new series of actions that best reflect you. What a wonderful way to close this reading, because, again, when I first realized I had a problem with porn, I was pretty devastated, and I did not accept it, because I was like, what? Why? I was also traumatized by the fact of the matter. So, with that being said, it went down and then it went up. And I think what helped it go up was the releasing of the expectations and allowing myself to, most importantly, see the habits that I was having and replace them with other ones. For a while, it was working obsessively, and that was something that I had learned to cope with depression. I think that when I hadn't taken a shower in about a month, and I hadn't left my house in a month either, because, to be honest, I was homeschooled, and it's very easy when you have other siblings, to just kind of, like, go through it. And then when I went into high school for those 4 years, I thought would get better if I kept doing things. Yet I never actually addressed the problem, and it got worse. It got a lot worse. And the coping mechanisms also got a lot worse. And so I realized, I think, when I first started this YouTube channel, after going through some transitions, and even after, starting the YouTube channel, you can see the transition that I still was struggling with, and I'm still continually making, is changing this habit so that I can allow goodness to enter into my life. And so what I was experiencing was bad, and I know this now, and I wouldn't have known it was bad, if I had not experienced goodness as well, and seen the difference. And so again, I think the important thing is that your habits, what you choose to do, is so important. Because you have the ability to create beautiful things. You have the ability to change your habits. And this card is all about the solar plexus, the root chakra, and the sacral. And maybe you can identify where specifically the energies of these chakras are coming from, with the root really coming in as these, like, I almost want to say what I would say is blood, leaves, semen, just red blood droplets, like blood, sweat, and tears, if I must. It's an excretion of the physical, and the sacral being like that thunderbolt that is piercing through, and it's kind of squeezing, examining, it's opening up, and it's allowing the sacral to fan the flame. So, becoming what you do, open to actions new. So you can choose a new series of actions that best reflect you. It's a factory reset for God and all of his creations. Yeah, those are the words that decided to come out of my mouth at that moment, and that's what you heard, and that's the end of that reading right there. So thank you so much. If you do want a reading, let me know. I mean, I kind of miss them. They're fun, and yeah, I think I'm open to do donation-based readings, because they are quite fun. Yeah, and I can pull out a couple cards for you. So that being said, Jesus Christ, my friends, I feel like this whole reading was pretty crazy. I almost forgot about the Galactic Federation, my porn addiction, my depression, starting this channel, good vibes, and just many things, because I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not alone. Wow, not doing this on my own. I hand one assistance from one, and guide me as if it's play. I engage each day, as I am one. I'm just gonna read that one again. Sorry, I was laying back in the. Oh, I thought the reading was done, but it's not, because obviously we got one more. Pun intended. Y'all better laugh. Okay, resonate with me on that level, okay? Oh, you know what I will say, actually, this is really resonating with my solar plexus right now. I'm in my 23rd year, which is the heart solar plexus here, and yes, I feel it. I understand. Alright, this says, I am not alone, not doing this on my own. I canned one assistance from one, and guided me as if it's play. I enjoy each day as I am one. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's a galactic federation, bro. There's so many different branches of the Galactic Federation. It's like each soul is their own branch, like a tree, because it's a family tree. I feel like this is just God's funny way of reminding me that I am not my own. This body was created by a creator, and I have this deep mission ingrained in my body that I absolutely love. And I'm going through this journey to fulfill the mission. And God's reminding me that He put it there. And that this is a little funny reminder that I'm not alone. And quite literally, This is like a sandbox for God. And so, of course, in a way, he is playing with everyone. We get to feel different emotion. You know, we're not flatlining it that way. Sometimes it sucks, sometimes it's great. We get to experience different sensations. We got more than 5. I love that we are able to be aware of this presence, and that the more that we're aware of it, the deeper it resonates and the more deeply it grows. Yeah. Amazing how that works. Wow. Readings, man, so crazy. You know, I totally forgot about the readings, you know? This is a little card I painted, and then I just put all of the major arcana on the back. I'm feeling like a 3 today, which is the Empress. I'm really hoping my period comes, because I do not want my period on the plane. Alright. That was an intrusive thought. You guys did not need to know that. My mom told me that I should not tell people about my period, because that's just a weird thing to say. But fuck it, man, it's crazy. Like, why are humans like all animals? A lot of animals. You know, it's like we shed a skin, quite literally. Crazy. Crazy, bro. What the fuck? Anyways. This is a great conversation. And I appreciate you. This live has almost been 90 minutes. We at 81, baby. What? And how have I not finished my tea yet? Do you see how much I've drank? Cheers. Cheers. I'm quite happy to be alive. It's a roller coaster. Alright, with that being said, my friend, a part of me just wants to stay on the stream for 7 more minutes to make it a full circle. And I might just pull my jaw because time is an illusion. So, I feel led to say thank you. Thank you so much. As you can see, there's a lot of channeling going on. And I will take my time to, I guess, first acknowledge and translate what I'm doing. There's a clearing happening in my solar plexus from my sacral to my root. It is kind of like a drilling downward motion, and it is coming from my heart. It's being led from my heart. It is almost as if like imagine a comet in the sky is just a giant magnet heading straight for you, and it takes impact upon you, hits your heart, and goes from that. The heart is like this space that takes it, absorbs the shock, and then shoots it to your solar plexus. So that is what energetically is kind of going on. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take a 4 breaths. And really exhale and allow yourself to elongate that exhale for as long and as deep as you can, and allowing all air to exit from your lungs. You'll be okay. Keep exhaling if you can. And hold for just a moment. Inhaling at your own pace. Again, seeing if you can just soften your exhale. Kind of feeling the breath as it flows through your body. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so I've been feeling really led to sit with myself for a while and do nothing. So I don't know if I'm going to share much for the next 2 weeks, for the rest of May. I feel led to give myself that space to really explore what I love and give myself time to understand what it is I would like to do more of. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with the flow on that. You already know. And I hope that this live and this vibe, this tea time, this helped you with live. My friend, I am going to now meditate on what I'm gonna do for the rest of the time I'm here. Not too deep. Pretty much just figure out what I gotta do for tomorrow and what I can do tonight. That will help me to get a little bit closer, to spend a little bit more time doing what I love a little bit more. I love you all. I hope that this video, if it resonated with you, then press a thumbs up so I know so. And I can know to continue to make more videos like this. I feel like very thankful, very excited. We're kind of tired, but like in a good way. Thankful that I will be able to rest and I'm ready. And yeah, I'm very thankful for you being able to be witnessed and present, sharing this space, because it is a journey, and I appreciate you on this journey, fam. Got you, fam. So yeah, I love you, I appreciate you, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. God bless and namaste. I'm still here, guys. I'm just vibing. I love you though. Okay, have a great rest of your day. This crazy, emotions crazy. Tea time. I gotta finish my bev. Hmm. What is the unknown? I do not know.